Cardi B finally exposes real reason behind bond with Stefon Diggs. For months, fans had been buzzing, guessing, theorizing. The sudden closeness between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs had sent the entire internet into overdrive. The glances they shared, the way they supported each other, the subtle gestures nobody could quite decode, everything felt too deep to be just friendship. But Cardi stayed silent. Stefon stayed silent. Only their eyes told stories. Until today. Today, Cardi B, tired of rumors, drained by speculation, and pushed by a moment of overwhelming emotion, finally exposed the real reason behind her bond with Stefon Diggs, and it stunned even her closest fans. Tornado the moment everything began. It didn't start with romance. It didn't start with flirting. It didn't even start with music or football. It started on a night Cardi B never wanted to talk about publicly. A night she thought she had survived alone. Months ago, Cardi was facing a quiet but crushing emotional battle, pressure from everywhere, expectations that seemed impossible, people pulling her in every direction. Social media was attacking her, the industry demanded perfection, and her personal life felt like a storm she couldn't outrun. She reached a point where she couldn't breathe. Where the world felt too heavy. Where she genuinely thought she had no one in her corner. Until Stefon Diggs showed up. Not because he wanted anything. Not because he wished to replace anyone. Not because he wanted clout. But because he saw her pain before she ever said a word. Speech ballooned the private conversation that changed everything. Cardi revealed that one night, long before the public noticed their closeness, Stefon called her unexpectedly. She didn't want to talk. She didn't want to open up. She didn't even answer the first 3 calls. But he kept calling, not out of obsession, but out of genuine worry. When she finally picked up, she didn't even speak. She just cried, quietly, trying to hide it. Stefon didn't interrupt. He didn't offer advice. He didn't tell her to be strong. He simply said, "You don't gotta pretend with me. I see you." Cardi admitted today that those words broke her. Nobody in months had acknowledged her, the real her, behind the glam, the pressure, the expectations. That moment planted the seed of a bond deeper than anyone realized. Red Heart why their connection feels different. Cardi explained something fans had suspected but could never confirm. Stefon Diggs became the first person in a long time who made her feel emotionally safe. Not judged. Not criticized. Not used. Safe. She said Stefon saw past the persona, past Cardi B, straight into Belcalis, the woman underneath. Everything changed after that night. He checked on her every morning. He motivated her when she doubted herself. He reminded her who she was when the world tried to break her down. She revealed. Stef didn't just support me, he carried me through moments I'll never forget. And fans were shaking. Cloud with rain the night she hit rock bottom. Cardi described one particularly dark night when everything crashed at once, family issues, industry pressure, online trolling. She felt overwhelmed to the point of collapse. She didn't tell anyone. But somehow, Stefon sensed something was off. He drove across the city in the rain, no cameras, no entourage, no announcement, just to sit with her. Cardi said she didn't speak for nearly an hour. She just sat on the floor, hugging her knees. Stefon quietly sat beside her. Not touching her. Not rushing her. Just being with her. Then he whispered. "I don't know what you're carrying, but you don't have to carry it alone anymore." That was the night she realized her bond with him wasn't something she could hide forever. Fire the internet got it all wrong. Cardi admitted she saw all the rumors. They're dating. They're sneaking around. Stef is trying to take Offset's spot. Cardi and Diggs have secret chemistry. But what she felt was deeper, quieter, and far more raw. She revealed. It wasn't romance at first. It was salvation. Stefan became her emotional anchor at a moment she desperately needed stability. Collision: the final reveal, why she chose today to speak. Cardi said she stayed silent out of respect for her family, for Stefan, for the complicated dynamics around them. But when she saw the internet twisting their bond into negativity and drama, she couldn't stay quiet anymore. She confessed. People think Stef came into my life for messy reasons. But he came at a moment God knew I needed someone to hold me together. Fans were in disbelief. Many cried. Others praised Stefan for being a genuinely solid man. Some said they finally understood why Cardi lights up around him. Revolving hearts: where do they stand now? Cardi didn't confirm a romantic relationship. But she didn't deny the depth of their connection either. She called Stefan my peace, my mirror, my reminder that I'm stronger than the world thinks. And then she said the line that sent shockwaves across the entire internet. Stefan Diggs is the one person who saw me when I felt invisible. The bond is real. The emotion is real. And whether or not romance ever enters the picture, the world now understands why their connection feels unbreakable. Glowing Star fans react. Social media exploded. Now everything makes sense. This is deeper than we thought. Stefan is a real one. Cardi finally opened her heart. This story is beautiful and heartbreaking. Dizzy: their story is just beginning. Cardi's revelation didn't just silence the rumors, it opened a new chapter. A chapter where fans can finally see the truth. This bond wasn't born out of scandal. It was born out of survival. Out of honesty. Out of two souls meeting at the exact moment they needed each other most. And now that the truth is out, the world is waiting to see where destiny leads Cardi B and Stefan Diggs next. Here is your very long, dramatic, viral-style fictional story for Cardi B finally exposes real reason behind bond with Stefan Diggs. White medium star Cardi B finally exposes the real reason behind her bond with Stefan Diggs. Very long drama emotion shock viral story. From the outside, fans only saw the glamorous version, Cardi B and NFL superstar Stefan Diggs sharing mysterious chemistry, unexpected public appearances, and subtle hints that their connection went deeper than anyone imagined. But behind the lights, behind the cameras, behind the noise of social media, a truth had been silently waiting, and Cardi had finally reached a point where she could no longer bury it. Tonight, she exposed everything. White medium star Part 1, when it all began. A moment she never spoke about. It started long before anyone suspected. Before the rumors. Before the headlines. Before the world connected their names. Cardi had been going through one of the darkest emotional periods of her life, struggling behind the scenes with pressure, loneliness, and unresolved pain from past relationships. She was performing, smiling, thriving publicly, but internally, she felt drained and unheard. One night, after a major award show, she accidentally ended up in the same private lounge as Stefan Diggs. She barely knew him then, just recognized the fame, the stats, the highlight reels. But Stefan noticed something in her nobody else did. Her eyes. She was exhausted, overwhelmed, hiding heartbreak behind diamonds and makeup. Instead of approaching her like a fanboy or making it weird, he simply asked, "You good?" Not, "What's your next project?" Not, "Can I get a picture?" Not, "What's going on with you and Offset?" Just, "You good?" That question unraveled something in Cardi. No judgment. No assumptions. Just genuine concern. She never forgot that moment. White medium star Part 2, the private call that changed everything. Weeks later, Cardi found herself replaying his simple question. One night, overwhelmed by media drama and personal issues, she grabbed her phone and DM'd him, not expecting a reply. He responded instantly. "You don't have to explain anything. If you need to talk, I'm here." That night turned into a 2-hour phone call. 2 hours turned into days of conversations. Days turned into a strange, unexpected bond. They talked about things neither had ever shared publicly. Her fear of failing as a mother and artist. His struggle with balancing fame and genuine relationships. Her loneliness despite success. His frustration with being misunderstood in the league. Cardi later admitted. Stef became the first person in a long time who didn't want anything from me. He just listened. And that's when her heart began to open. White Medium Star Part 3, The Secret Moments Fans Never Knew About. The real bond didn't come from flirtation. It came from protection. Cardi revealed that Stefan did something nobody had ever done. He defended her privately. He warned her about fake friends. He helped her cut off a toxic business associate trying to exploit her. He encouraged her to seek therapy when she felt overwhelmed. But the moment that cemented everything was the night Cardi had a panic attack before a major performance. She called him, shaking, crying. He left a team dinner, rushed to her hotel, and sat on the floor with her, holding her hand, grounding her breath, reminding her of her strength. No cameras. No clout chasing. Just loyalty. Cardi never spoke about this publicly, until now. White Medium Star Part 4, Why She Kept Everything Secret. Cardi said she didn't reveal the real reason behind her bond with Stefan because she didn't want people twisting their relationship. She didn't want to disrespect anyone from her past. She didn't want fans making assumptions before she healed. She didn't want Stefan dragged into unnecessary controversy. She was scared of being misunderstood, again. But most importantly, I didn't want the world to ruin the one genuine friendship I had. White Medium Star Part 5, The Moment She Finally Exposed the Truth. During an emotional live stream, Cardi finally decided to speak. The comments were exploding. Are you dating Stefan Diggs? Is that your new man? Are y'all together or what? Cardi paused, took a deep breath, and said, this man saved me in ways y'all don't even know. Our bond ain't about romance. It's about healing, respect, loyalty. He was there when I ain't even recognize myself. Fans froze. Even Stefan, watching quietly from home, choked up. She continued. Stef came into my life at a time when I was breaking. He didn't judge me. He just showed up. And sometimes, that's the realest love, the kind that don't need a title. The internet shattered. White Medium Star Part 6, Stefan Diggs' response that broke everyone. Minutes after her live stream, Stefan posted a simple message. I got you. Always. No drama. No explanation. Just pure loyalty. Cardi reposted it with a single heart emoji. Fans went insane. Some claimed they were secretly in love. Others believed this proved they were soul-connected. Others said it was a friendship deeper than a relationship. But Cardi clarified. You don't gotta date someone to have a bond that changes your life. White Medium Star Part 7, The Real Reason Exposed, he gave her what fame couldn't. Cardi said the real reason behind their bond was this. Stef saw Belcalis when the world only wanted Cardi B. He saw the woman, not the superstar. He saw her pain, not her platform. He saw her heart, not her headlines. That is why she protects him so fiercely. At the end of the live stream, she said something that sent chills through fans. If I lost everyone today, I know Stef would still answer my call. That's rare. That's why our bond is real. White Medium Star Part 8, What This Means for Their Future. Cardi hinted at something mysterious. Our story ain't finished, but it ain't starting the way people think neither. Fans began speculating. Are they moving toward a relationship? Are they working on something major together? Is Cardi preparing to make a life-changing announcement? Is Stefan becoming part of her inner circle permanently? Whatever the truth is. Tonight changed everything. Their bond is no longer rumors. No longer whispers. No longer speculation. Now the world knows why she chose him as the one person she trusts.
거짓말처럼